Gate apartment in Sheridan and Dustin's apartment. Sheridan got the door, and it's Michael. I see you got our text. Come in. I'm not going anywhere till I know what this is about. That's why we summoned you, and as Dustin came to where they are, and Michael saw along Sheridan, to sort things between the three of us. Meanwhile, in Carl's apartment, Olivia and Brian both came in, with Olivia closing the door. And as they head to the contents of their flat, and as Brian stopped and turned and faced his mom. Where's Dad? He's on his way as we speak. Now, wash your hands and get ready for lunch, yeah? And as Brian turned and head to the back, just as Carl came in with takeaway orders and closed the door, and Olivia turned and saw him. Hey you. Hey yourself. And as Carl went and put the orders on the table, just as Olivia came to where Carl is, and arrived just in time for Carl to turn, and as they begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Aaron sitting in one of the benches doing inventory on his iPhone, till Kristen came to where he is. Hey you getting some one-on-one? And as Aaron looked up and saw Kristen there, yeah, just enjoying the summer before school starts and all. And as Kristen went and sat across by Aaron, and as he put his iPhone up, so, are you still doing the whole undercover thing? I really don't know. I mean, it went a bust when Adrian was working with Wayne along with Carl and Lucas. Yeah, seems the whole deal was a grudge, and believe me, I know what that's like. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm International Company and Recording Studio, Rita and Vince are talking. I wouldn't doubt it. In fact, I think I'm gonna drop by more at home. We can't let her know what's happening. Even though Julian told us she doesn't want any interference, I don't give a damn what this impossible mom says. Our real mom needs us more than ever. And as Andrew came in, if you're referring to Karen, you may be right with the matter. I saw on the news that there's a Karen and Mildred imposter being charged for impersonation. And as Rita and Vince saw her, that must be our real mom and possibly Mildred. Question of the matter is, what are we gonna do about this? Meanwhile, at the Everglade Witch Manor, Michelle came in and closed the door. And as she headed to the living room and went in and saw Linda there sitting on the couch waiting for her. You seem to be forgetting our lovely deal we made. How the hell did you? Yeah, I had you followed. Plus, I know all. And more importantly, and as Linda got up and came to Michelle is, since you can't obviously answer your own damn phone, I had an errand. Lying isn't really your strong suit, Michelle, and you know it. What do you want with me? You remember the favor you owe. Yeah, I'm cashing in on that. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Gloria came in and saw Julian and Jeff there, who saw her. What's going on? We were kinda hoping you can tell us. Can I speak to my husband alone? Sure, we'll talk more later. And as Julian got up and went and left the office, just as Gloria closed the door and turned and faced Jeff. Meanwhile, in New Colored Donut at the Hudson Witch Manor upstairs in one of the bedrooms, Malin is now aiming her gun at Maria, with Matt sitting behind her, and as he faces her, it appears that you two will remain close, even in the aftermath. Now, about your husbands, Justin and Nate. They're busy at the moment. What does that even mean? Why the hell did you two disappear when you could easily take us? I was curious to see what your angle was, and as Malin came back and faced Matt with the gun aiming at him. Especially since my grandson did warn me all those years ago that someone from either of those families would be nosy to come here, and if that's the case, be ready to take action, which I'm about to do right now. And as Madeline continued aiming her gun at Matt, I'm afraid your story is about to come to an end. Guess again. And as Vanessa came in, bringing Luke in by gunpoint. And as Madeline, Maria, and Matt saw, you kill my husband and I kill yours. So, what's it gonna be? Your move. You really think you got his corner? Yeah, she does. And as Nate and Justin both came in, and they all saw them. I got to admit, we're impressed by these new breeds. Shut up! And it's Justin went and knocked Luke with one of his guns. And then he turns the gun and aims at Madeline, who saw him. You start talking now. What the hell is on this island? You fools are clearly wasting your time. Now, if you excuse me, I have to be somewhere. And as Madeline head out, only for Nate to close the door, thus blocking her. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Sheridan and Dustin's apartment by the doorway, Sheridan and Dustin are facing Michael. You really think I was born last night? I guess one would never know. Enough! Look, we're sorry on how we reacted. We're just used to being the only ones in our parents' life. Surely you can understand where we're coming from. Have you ever been in a foster care? Being shuffled about between halfway house to another? Have you also feel that your life's been screwed so many times? Then no, you have no idea of what I've been through. And we're sorry for that, aren't we, Dustin? Dude, the point is, we want a chance to start over, if that's alright with you. Meanwhile, in Carl's apartment in the dining room, Olivia and Carl are still in a kiss. Just as Brian approached and saw what they're doing, just in time for them to pull away and turn and saw Brian. Hey little man. And as Carl came to where Brian is and got down to where he is. How are you? I'm fine, now that my dad's here. Alright, let's get some lunch. And as Carl got back up, just as Brian went and sat in a respected spot at the table, while Olivia and Carl went and took their spots. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Kristen and Aaron are talking. You're talking about the time when we were really in high school. Yeah, never have I ever forgot the times I've had here, especially with my rival/nemesis roaming about. You mean Haley McLaughlin, right? Yeah, my bestest mate in the world turned out to be a slasher, killing all the people we love, including blaming Chase Wheeler for the crime because of the violent mood swings he had. Linda and Wayne programmed a computer chip in his brain, just like she did with Kyle and Stephen. I know, it was sick and twisted, but in the end, they all managed to beat it, only for Chase to have his memories completely wiped from existence. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm International Company and Recording Studio, Rita, Angela, and Vince are talking. If what the news say is true, that means some imposters must know what's been going on. We have to figure this out fast. Poor Dad. He has no idea. Perhaps I can have my sister Helen investigate. After all, she was their eyes and ears. She was undercover for the matter. Really? Because it seemed pretty damn real to me. That's kind of the point, Rita. Look, where did you saw Mom? Word has it, she's moved back home and kicked our dad out. In the meantime, he's staying at our brother Julian's place for the moment. Let's all go there. And as they all went and left the recording studio with Vince closing the door. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Ridge Manor in the living room, Michelle and Linda are talking. You seem surprised, almost if I wasn't coming for cash out that favor you owe me. No, it's just I wasn't expecting it so soon. But too bad it is come now. Point of the matter is, it occurs to me that the task needs more people to ensure its victory. And what would that be? Help destroy lives and such? Now is not the time to piss me off, seeing you have more to lose than me. Fine. Where do I fit in this master plan of yours? That's more like it. And second, drop with the attitude, because it's going nowhere. Why don't I fit you in and we can go from there? Meanwhile, David came in and closed the door and heard two people talking and head to the living room and arrived at the entrance and saw his wife and Linda talking. Meanwhile, at the Hayward Ridge Manor, Julian came in and closed the door just as his iPhone rings, and he got it and saw it's his sister Rita and answered. Hey, are you home with Dad? Yeah, he's upstairs selling in. Are you certain? Yeah, he deserves to know the truth about who Mom really is. Meanwhile, in Bradley's room, Bradley came in with two suitcases, and as he went and put it on the ground, just as he has a flashback of him and Karen to Susan talking. I was hoping we could shed some light of what's been happening. You are so damn clueless. I told you our marriage is over and done with. And as Bradley noticed his suitcases out. Why the hell is my suitcases out? I am sick to death of you attempting to reconcile us when I feel like my wife's become a total stranger. If you really feel that way, then do one and get your stuff and never come back here again. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Gloria and Jeff are talking. You really think there could be more prisoners in New Caledonia? From what my sister and Matt said, it could be a possibility, given to the reason to why my parents didn't want any of us to go there in the first place. Yeah, I seem to remember a time not too long ago when I know, and I still haven't gotten over to why my parents would do that to me. Oh, that's right. They don't give a damn for the matter, which is why I think we should go join them. Okay, look, you know I'm right behind you all the way, but what about the cafe? Oh, Julian told me he's handling it. And as Gloria and Jeff begin kissing each other and pull back. I love you. I love you too. Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor upstairs in one of the bedrooms, Nate is blocking Madeline from going anywhere while Justin and Vanessa are finished freeing Maria and Matt, with Vanessa aiming her gun behind Madeline's back. I have to admit, clever maneuver. Why didn't I see that coming? Oh wait, I kinda did. And as more guards came in, aiming their guns at Vanessa, Matt, Maria, Justin, and Nate. Stand off right now! Wrong! And as Matt tackled one of the guards to the floor, while Justin and Nate went and overpowered the other guards. While that's happening, Madeline turned to Maria and Vanessa, who both have guns, and aim it at her. You are so outdated, it's kind of pathetic. Then lucky for you, I'm here to change that. And as Lucas came in, and they saw just as he had set that gun and shot both Vanessa and Maria, who passed out on the ground. With Matt seeing the whole thing, you are made of gray, and as Lucas also shot to death at Matt, causing him to collapse as well. Just as Justin and Nate came to where Lucas is, and he saw, come closer, and Maria dies. And as they stopped, and as Madeline also saw who's impressed. Damn, seems somebody from my family has stepped up. Dude, you picked the wrong side. Wrong! Seems you, Justin, and Vanessa picked those grams over us, which could be a costly mistake in the end. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Sheridan and Dustin's apartment by the doorway, Sheridan, Dustin, and Michael are talking. Okay, come in. And as Michael came in, with Dustin closing the door, and as they all head to the living room. Anything to drink? A bottle of water. Okay, and as Dustin heads to the kitchen, just as his iPhone rings, and Dustin saw who it is and answered it. Hello? What? That's impossible! I wrote it this morning! It should have cleared by now! And as Sheridan came in the kitchen, while Michael is in the living room waiting. Yeah, I understand. And as Dustin turned and saw his sister there. Will do. Bye. And as he hung up and put his iPhone up. Damn it! What is it? That was the landlord. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Meanwhile, in Carl's apartment in the kitchen, Carl's finished washing the dishes. Just as Olivia came and helped him dry them. Lunch was amazing. Makes me wish you do know that can change. You want to go to the Grand Canyon? I would love to when you want to go. Thing is, I was kind of hoping that the three of us can get away for a bit and relax. I just want Brian to see the greatest gift. Can I ask you a question? And as Carl stopped and faced Olivia. Sure. Not to sound ungrateful and all, but what are we doing? What do you mean? This dance. I want to know where you and I stand. We're on the brinks of becoming ex-husband and wife, and I was kind of hoping we can still be mates. After what's happened, Olivia, I can't do that and you know it. Just keep an eye on Brian. And as Carl got his iPhone and turned and head out the kitchen. Where are you going? And as Carl continued and eventually left the flat. And as Olivia turned and faced the dishes. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Kristen and Aaron are talking. By the way, is Haley still behind bars? Far as I know, she still is. I haven't exactly paid attention to where she might be right now, but I'm not too worried at all. I need to ask you a question. Sure. What's up? Should Chase memory returns, what are you gonna do about Michael and Will? I guess I really don't know, Aaron. Yeah, you do. The point of the matter is, you know exactly what you want, and I think you should go for it, and don't let nobody for 1 second stand in your way. Thank you, Aaron. I really hope you and your wife find your missing daughter soon. Trust me, we'll find her in the end. Meanwhile, at the Hayward Ridge Manor in Bradley's room, Bradley's settling in. Just as Julian came in and saw what his dad's doing and knocked on the door. And Bradley turned and saw his son. Julian, how are you, Dad? And as Julian came to where Bradley is. Honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of what's happening. And as Bradley has another flashback of him and Karen, who's really Susan talking. Seriously, Karen? What the hell is wrong? I just feel that it's best we live apart from one another. That is why I want you out. What happened to for better or for worse? I'm fully aware of the vows, Bradley. I just need to live my life my way. My lawyer will contact you as soon as possible. And as the flashback ends. This makes zero sense on you let me handle your mother. I'm certain by giving her space, we might have a shot. Then you're making a huge mistake. And as Rita, Vince, and Angela all came in, and Julian and Bradley saw, what's going on? I think it's time you know the truth about your wife. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Ridge Manor in the living room, Michelle and Linda are talking. You can't be serious. Does it look like in any way that I'm joking? Fine, I do it. Good. Leo will be in contact with you. My husband needs to know what's going on, which is why you're gonna be the one to tell him. Anyways, Leo will text you Meet me at my house and be ready. And as Linda got up and went, I left the living room, but encountered David. I trust you heard everything your wife and I were talking about. Yeah, that's why I'm going in her place. I'm sorry. You must mistaken this to a negotiation, which isn't for the matter. It's a demand. Besides, I can get you both off Isabella's thumb. And what? To yours? Really? Call it whatever the hell see fit. Just be ready, the pair of you. And as Linda went, I left the living room, while Michelle came to where David is, who turned and faced her. You know, sometimes it feels like we're well over our heads with this. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Gloria finished closing the safe. Just as Jeff came back in, and Gloria turned and saw him. I got the kids selling in with Casey and Richard till we return. Okay, this task is gonna be challenging since my parents know where we're going. We'll worry about them when we cross paths. So, and as Gloria came to where her husband is, we're really doing this, right? Of course we are. I text Matt to let him know that I'm bringing the jet here for us to go there. How long does it take for it to arrive? A few hours. In the meantime, let's go home and pack a few things. Okay, Bobby's agreed to cover my shifts for the time being. Then let's go. And as Gloria and Jeff went, I left the office with Jeff closing the door. Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor upstairs in one of the bedrooms, Malin, Lucas, Nate, and Justin are talking with Vanessa, Matt, and Maria out cold on the ground. Thank you for coming to my rescue. My parents fill me in on what's going on. Good, you're caught up. Now, it's time to teach these traitors a history lesson. You're wasting your time. Wrong! Because I got all the time in the world. And as the guards came and got Vanessa, Maria, and Matt and carried them out. Just in time for Luke to woke up and got up. And Madeline saw. Enjoy your little cat nap. You got lucky on that hit. And as Luke looked at Justin and Nate, don't think it'll happen again. It's fine. Now that I'm here, the game as these fools know it will change. What are you gonna do to us? Patience, Justin. You'll see soon. Now, it's time for you two lot to enjoy your nap. What are you? And as Lucas shot us to death at Nate and Justin, which caused them both to collapse on the ground. And as Luke came to his wife is, and as they both faced Lucas, damn. It seems to me that this family has more fire than I thought. Trust me when I say this is just the beginning of what's to come.